did this deal get done?
Well, MJ, Le'Veon Bell had several suitors soon after the New York Jets chose to release him on Tuesday night after extensive discussions with Bell and his agent. The Buffalo Bills were interested. There would have been a chance to go win there. The Miami Dolphins were interested. That was interesting because Le'Veon Bell trains down in Miami in the offseason. But in Kansas City, where he has now agreeing to terms, according to Jim Trotter and I, he gets to join a championship caliber team on which he does not necessarily have to be the bell cow back. We all know that they have Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that Chiefs team. He is going to get a ton of the work. But Kansas City's been in the market for a veteran running back ever since Damian Williams opted out of the season. Kansas City made a play for Adrian Peterson. When he became available, Peterson went to Detroit. Le'Veon Bell becomes available. The Chiefs get it done. He's still 28 years old, recovered from the hamstring injury that sidelined him for a few weeks. Now gets the opportunity to play for Andy Reid, who we know, MJ, loves versatile running backs in both the running and the passing game.
And Tom, the Chiefs play on Monday night against the Bills. Do we know when we'll see Le'Veon Bell on the field with the Chiefs?
Well, MJ, the NFL and NFLPA recently updated their protocols for players when they join a new team relative to COVID-19. You now need to go through 6 days of testing until you are actually allowed into the facility. So for Le'Veon Bell, he will not play this week, but potentially he could be on the field as soon as next week at Denver. The following week after that, that's one to circle on the calendar. That's when the Chiefs face Bell's old team, the Jets. MJ.
Tom Pelissero, a lot to unpack here. We will check up with you later in the show. Okay, and you can catch this game on a special Monday edition of On the NFL. That's on Fox, NFL Network, and Amazon Prime Video at 5 Eastern. We'll get you amped and ready for that game here on the NFL Network. Our coverage starts game day kickoff at 3 p.m., where Steve Smith Sr. will sit down with Travis Kelce. All right, let's bring on the guys here because Terrell Davis, Sean O'Hara, we've been chatting about this since we heard the news. Let's start with you, TD. How do you like this move?
It's not fair, MJ. It's not fair.
Greedy.
It's not. You know what? Do you remember when Chris Paul tried to trade? I think they tried to trade him from I'm not sure he was on, but he was trying to go to the Lakers, and commissioner stepped in and said, no, this cannot happen. This is what needs to happen. Because the Chiefs, they got too many weapons, and have Lev Bell there. To me, I actually love the move here because they now have depth at running back. They got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Remember, Williams opted out during the COVID-19, so they weren't deep at running back. And Bell, man, his skill sets fit perfectly with what the Chiefs like to do. They're not just the kind of basic offense. They do multiple things. This guy can line up outside, in the slot, obviously in the backfield. He can run screens. He can do everything that the Chiefs want him to do. He poses another threat. And Andy Reid loves the matchup there in terms of having a back that you can do multiple things with. That allows him flexibility in his offense. So I love the move. I don't know how, boy, the rich just gets richer, man. This is amazing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, TD, look, Andy Reid, I mean, this is a big move on so many levels. Let's just first talk about Tom P. MJ talked about the other two teams that were interested, right? The Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Guess what? They're both AFC teams. So by signing Le'Veon Bell, now those teams can't sign him. You just helped yourself out because now he's not going to come in and try to beat you on another squad. So there's a double win. I think when you look at Le'Veon Bell, look, he's a talented, patient runner. But the one thing Andy Reid does a great job, and we've seen it with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, is getting him in space and throwing him the football, whether it's screens. I mean, it was Brian Westbrook for a long time. It was Shady McCoy. Finding ways to get them out in space, which is where Le'Veon Bell excels. He's a phenomenal receiver out of the backfield. He's got great hands. So don't be shocked when all of a sudden you see Lev Bell, when he's finally able to play, to come in on third down because he's really good at blitz pickup as well. So I think from a skill set and a talent standpoint, he's an unbelievable addition to an offensive mind like Andy Reid. Did the Chiefs need him? You know, look, I think that they have unbelievable players and talent all around them. But, you know, for Le'Veon Bell, what an unbelievable landing spot for him. You know, I mean, the Jets still haven't won a football game this year. He gets to go play with the defending Super Bowl champions, the best quarterback in the game right now, and one of the best offensive minds. That's a win-win for Lev Bell.
And Sean, I mean, we talk about this move, but what about the fit? You know, on Tuesday, we were sort of discussing Lev Bell's on social media persona and how that can sort of be misconstrued sometimes. What about this locker room? What would he need to do if that is the case to win over the Chiefs locker room?
Well, it's funny. Look, we're all trying to race for a cure for COVID, right? Well, you know what the cure for people complaining and whining about production and touching the football and targets is winning. Winning cures all that. So, look, I said the other night that I thought Lev Bell had been selfish the way that he acted with the Jets and with the way he was taking his grievances out of social media. I doubt he'll be doing that, because how is he going to complain when Patrick Mahomes is throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill and Kelsey and all these other guys? So, I think we'll see a totally different shift. But he also knows, signing there, that, look, he's not going to get 25 touches a game.
Sean, I think Lev Bell fully understands what's at stake right now. You know, at Pittsburgh, he realized he was in a great situation, but he wanted more money. And then he went to the Jets and realized that, you know what, I've got a lot of money, but I'm in a situation where we're not winning games. I'm not around a lot of talented players. I don't like this situation. It sucks. So going to the Chiefs, I think it would be the perfect balance for him. You go to a team that you know is Super Bowl, at least Super Bowl bound, not bound, but Super Bowl ready. They can go to the Super Bowl. And obviously, as far as the money thing, you got paid. You got your money. And so now it's not so much about that. It's about going to a place where he's a happy medium. And for him, the tweets and stuff, that's part of who he is. I think Andy Reid welcomes guys being who they are. Say what you got to say, But I think the way Andy Reid is going to coach him is, Lev Bell, listen, if you have anything to say, if you have any gripes, talk to me first. And I think that respect between player and coach should be there the minute that Lev Bell walks into the door. So I don't think that's going to be a big issue with the Chiefs. I think he'll fit right in. I think he'll go there and perform. And I think Lev Bell's is no longer worried about the 100-yard rushing games or whether he's the rushing champ. Man, when you find a situation like the Chiefs, you go there, you respect it, you put the work in, you win games, and that cures all.